Hey Pussnet, new little video. On this one, it's a concept video, and I would like to hopefully have a discussion. And so, I was watching a video on YouTube recently, and it was on a game because a little bit I'm into games and things like that. And there was a airplane simulator. And the video was like so realistic, like literally, like the game was all about how the person, you have to start like the real button, if not, like, you know, the plane doesn't leave and things like that. And so it got me to think, what would be the 5 skills that are not like, how can I say that, kind of outside the circle that we always think about, like, you know, shelter, yes, sure. Fire making, sure. But what would be 5 skills that we don't really think are related to survival, but that could come handy, basically, and that would be yeah, like five skills or discipline that basically would increase your chance. And so, like I was mentioning, so here's my list of my 5. Airplane. I mean, if you get into an airplane, that would be a nice way to know what to do with that, and how to start one. And I mean, now with the technology that we have, there's some airplane simulator that would be pretty easy to learn from. And I mean, there's even some with like the almost like the real consoles and stuff, and you can represent, and I'm not talking about like jetliners and things like that, like the 707 or 737. I'm talking like you get to an airplane field, and all you can get is what you can get is an airplane. So basically, how to fly those, you know, little Cessna and stuff like that. Actually, you know, like at least, you know, get out and down. And so, but I mean, you know, who has like the $20,000 and plus the time that it would take to get your actual license and flying time and everything and stuff? We're talking about a skills that you may never need, but if it would need, it could kind of become a little bit important. The second one, kind of in the same thing, especially for me here, and actually probably a little bit more easier, is a boat. And so I'm near the ocean, and there's boats pretty much everywhere the place. But if you would have asked me how those things works, I don't know. So those are like kind of the skills that I think would be kind of important in the region that I live with, how to get out of Dutch. So basically, airplanes and boats. The third one is chemistry. And the reason for chemistry is chemistry and physics kind of both go together, but not physics just like as physics, more mechanical physics. So, you know, how to use levers and things to recreate, to have like systems that you'll be able to increase loads and things like that. And the reason for that is when you look like shows like MacGyver's and stuff, where he's able to just look around, take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and he creates something. So I think in a place where you would be in a suburban, it could come in handy to know like what the products that we have there, what you could mix and what you could make with them, whatever, even if it's just a distraction like he does a lot of time in the show, so that he can get away, or even like to reproduce some stuff that you would need. So chemistry, so airplanes, boat, chemistry, physics, and the last one would be mechanics. I mean, I'm not a big mechanic person, but especially for small engine, so I kind of see that as a kind of important one, because the importance of the mechanics is that, especially a small engine, we're talking about generators, even I think bikes could like, you know, ATV and things like that. Again, that you're able to, let's say you get to a place, you get this ATV that is out of shape, or it's not working, or something happened to it, then you could actually be able to re-put it and be able to use it, and now be able to, you know, get from point A to point B could be a big advantage. So those were my five. They're kind of like outside the box of like what we're not really considering most of the time, like especially airplane and boat driving. But I was wondering about your five. So please leave a comment, and I'll talk to you soon.